All right, it's Tuesday morning for you, and I'm going to do this really quickly before it gets loud again because we're boy sitting tonight. Brooke and Mike went to help Dennis and Heather. Of course, if you knew about that, they had a tornado, and of course, they've gone through so much there in Philadelphia with their church, and it's still, pretty much a lockdown in their church, and then to have a storm come through and put a tree through part of their house, and then they can't get anybody to come get the tree out of their house so they can at least cover things and protect things. So Mike and Brooke had a couple of tickets that they had been saving for their anniversary, and of course this week's their anniversary, and so instead of taking an anniversary trip, they went out there to help Dennis and Heather, and so they're gonna be out there for 2 or 3 days, and so we're trying to kind of watch the boys and spend a lot of time over their place because they got the animals now and they got to feed them morning and night and take care of them. Okay, so that's that. And then number two is that Wednesday night I'm considering going, staying at 6 o'clock, at least till we kind of, things sort of smooth out in the city and things. I mean, everything's going pretty well in Memphis, but I felt like it went pretty well having it at 6 last week, and I thought we might just do that and allow some of our older folks to be able to come and get home. But with that being said, if you hear this tomorrow, and I'll be trying to text and make calls and things tomorrow to find out if there's anybody that says to me that, yeah, I just can't come to church, I won't be able to get there in time if it's 6. If that's the case, I don't want somebody to miss because we're changing time. So, we have to go back to 7. We are. We'll still get out. It'll still be kind of daylight when we get out. And, if we end right at 8 and start heading out, I think sunset's about 8:15 or something. So, but let me know. Text me and let me know if there's any, if you say, I'd love to come and I just can't get there. I need to know that. Otherwise, I'll probably be putting a message out tomorrow or, doing this and letting everybody know that we'll be at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, which means we won't have our discipleship class. We've been trying to get that started back, but, it just seems like every time, something changes, and so we understand that. Now, tonight, what I wanted to do, and again, I'm going to do it really fast because I got a few minutes of quiet here, and but it's Psalm 1. Now, I've been wanting to teach about, and I will eventually, Psalm 1 through 3, and kind of break it down and take a look at the importance of it. But the fact is that I really want to look at verses 4 through 6. Now, 4 through 6, it's just really sort of an encouragement because right now you feel like evil is winning. You feel like the world, the flesh, and the devil is just having a heyday, and you feel like a lot of things are going bad, so to speak, and every time you think we might turn a corner, it seems like it goes from bad to worse, and it just seems like I said, evil's winning. Well, I want to read this psalm to you real quickly, and we'll see the blessing. I'll read the first 3 verses. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night." So he's talking about, this man's blessed because he loves the Word of God, and he meditates in it, and he's in it day and night, and he loves it. And he said, and here's the bonus, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. So what a blessing, what a positive for those of us that are serving God and trying to know the Lord and trying to know His Word and staying after God during these times. And now, here's the thing. We don't wish this on anybody, but this is just what God says. And sometimes when you feel like, man, it's just like there's no good thing that's taking place right now. I mean, it's just like evil's winning. Here's what it says. It says the ungodly are not so. Not so what? Well, we're going to prosper, but the ungodly will not. But are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Look at that. They're going to be blown away. They're going to vanish. They're going to vanish away. They think they're powerful right now. They think they're in charge right now. They think they're winning right now. He said they could be blown away. And said, therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. They're not going to experience all the wonderful things that we will experience here on this earth, but especially in heaven, what's awaiting for us if they don't get saved. And he says, for the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Now listen to that. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. It's an absolute. It's a done deal that you're going to go to heaven if we call upon the name of the Lord. Now it says here, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Listen, they think they're winning. They think they're powerful. They think they're all-knowing. They think they're so capable. I'm going to be talking about Wednesday night, and James is going to deal with this. They just think, that they're going to go on forever. They've got this, and they're setting up their kingdom, and they're setting up their power structure. And it seems like there's a group in our nation right now that they'd be willing for our nation most of our nation to be out starving to death and everything to crash if they could just get power, just so that they could get power. And, because they really don't care about the people. It's a power thing, and it's a pride thing. And so, but here's the thing. They think they're going to win. They even right now, they really think they're winning. But here's what God says. He says they're like chaff. They're going to be blown away. They don't know it, but they're going to be gone pretty soon. And he said, they're going to perish. They shall perish. Not maybe, not hope so. They will. Now, we don't want anybody to perish without Christ. But if they're going to reject Christ, and if they're going to they will not receive Christ, then they're going to perish. They're going to perish. It's not maybe they will, or God, it just, when you're going to do something. Oh, he says, it's already a done deal. If they're going to remain in their ungodliness, if they're going to remain in their unrighteousness, if they're going to remain in their God-hating rejection of Christ, they're going to perish. They're going to be blown away. Like the chaff, blown away in the wind. They'll vanish. And so, it's, as I said the other night, we're on the winning side. And, we don't want anybody hurt, but I want our people, just like me, I want to, every once in a while, just got to kind of pick myself up by my bootstraps and say, you know what, God's winning. We're winning because we're with God, and this God's going to win, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Whatsoever they do shall perish. So God's in control. It's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Now, I don't know what we're facing ahead of us. It's so hard for a guy like me, not to speak my mind, but, when they defund the police, the agenda is not to go without a department or a group that enforces law. No, it'll be their law, their people. And so it's get their people up there in Minneapolis. It's pretty much a given that they're trying to clean out that police department so they can fill it with Muslims. And so that all sounds pretty rugged and pretty scary. But the truth is, God is still in control. God is greater. And let me help you, God is not Allah. Allah is not God. God is Almighty Jehovah God, and He's in control, and He's going to, as we serve Him and seek His word, we'll prosper, and they reject Him, they're going to perish. And I hate that they will, but they will. And so, that's it. God bless you. I'm not sure if that's encouragement or not, but it's just, sometimes you got to just stop and look and say, okay, I got to look past the, looks like we're down like, in a baseball game, we're down by 20 runs and we got one out left. No, it doesn't make any difference before this game's over. We're going to prosper, and if they reject Christ, they're going to perish. All right. God bless you. Take care.